Hi everyone, it's Hatsy and I'm back with another video in The Sims 4. Today we are going to be doing a create a sim video. And this is a create a sim of some characters that I've made. I've built their house, that will be linked in the description below. And you'll probably see them popping up in machinimas and just like various things on the channel that I'll be using them in, because these are some of my favourite characters. I love them. So I'm going to be explaining a little bit about each character. So this is the first brother that we are creating. The brothers I would imagine to be around the age of like 18, 19, that kind of age range. They're both very rebellious and they're supposed to be living with their grandmother, but they probably spend like a lot of time just out the house, just partying and stuff. And don't think that I'm like condoning that behaviour, because they're going to be having serious consequences because of the amount that they've been going out and stuff like that. My voice is also going. It's like 3 AM whilst I'm recording this, and I'm trying to make sure that I get as many videos done before I go on holiday as possible. So the brothers look quite similar, and I was going to go with the idea that they're twins. Maybe they're just very close in an age range, and I would imagine that maybe they've got thrown out of school for like bad behaviour. I would imagine that they're really into graffiti and just like really rebellious stuff that I'd never personally dream of doing. However, to be fair, some graffiti though can look really nice if it's done correctly. Do you know what I mean? In fact, when I go to Ibiza, when I drive out of the airport, there is this like really nice road where people have been really artistic with the kind of graffiti that they've made. However though, I don't mean the kind of graffiti like such and such was here. You know, that's just not my thing. I hate when I see that. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I even mentioned this, but someone actually graffitied right outside my house with chalk on the pavement. And this was probably like the first week I moved in. So I had to go out and just like wash it off, and it was just so annoying because yeah, like who does that, you know, right in front of someone's house? Insane. Anyway, yeah, I'd imagine these Sims to kind of do that. So speaking of people that would probably misbehave like that, yeah, these guys. So the outfits, I was going for more of a renegade look. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I'd imagine these Sims would probably fit in really nicely with the group. The other thing is as well, the guy that we're creating right now has crazy hair. So we have to tame it with the cap because you'll see whenever he doesn't have the cap on, his hair is huge. It's like an afro almost. I think my hair may go like that if I had it that short, honestly. I have to be really careful with my hair because yeah, my hair has lots of volume. So I think that my hair would look like that. Pretty unfortunate, hey? Anyway, so here we were putting him into some different outfits, and I was having a lot of fun doing this. I was thinking about, you know, what he would wear these outfits for, etc. Like, I don't know, I'd imagine him wearing those jeans and a top wrap round maybe for some party at the Bluffs or something like that. I've got some really cool ideas for these Sims. And also, if you ever come up with backstories of your own for random Sims or machinima ideas that you'd want to see me do in the future, then let me know, because that's so interesting. And I love hearing ideas, and it's really helpful for, you know, when I create stuff in the future. So first brother's traits was the fact that he was a romantic, he's a kleptomaniac, and some other stuff as well. Second brother now, he looks pretty similar in the kind of face, but they are supposed to be from different fathers. I think I mentioned in the build video that the mother's had several relationships with different men. So she's ended up with 3 sons, all from different fathers. So Jonas is supposed to be a little bit more hot-headed than his brother. They argue a lot, but they get on very well. So they're supposed to be best friends. Like, that's how I imagine them. But I would imagine that they have like this kind of tough love, like tough relationship together, and they probably argue a lot and they make up afterwards. That's just how they deal with things. And it was really interesting actually, because when I was filming like a mini machinima just for like showing you the build that they're living in and stuff, when I was doing that, it was really interesting because when they were just talking in the environment that they were in and stuff. Because I have a Sims 4 Parenthood, and it shows you when issues aren't getting resolved and stuff like that. And it was really interesting because, yeah, they have a very short temper, both of them, and that may affect the Sims in the future as well, like as they grow up to adulthood. Yeah, I'm playing around with the Sims 4 Parenthood. It's taken me a while to really appreciate it, but now I do, and I think, wow, this is this is a pack for me, hey? So anyway, dressing Jonas in some formal wear. Now the thing about both of them is I wouldn't imagine either of them to wear suits or anything like that. So their formal wear is sort of slightly dressed up renegade wear. And I think that makes more sense. I know people like this. Like, I know people that don't own suits and things like that, and they wouldn't know what to wear, like if someone said, wear your formal wear. Going through the outfits, going through sleepwear. Oh yeah, the brothers have tattoos as well. They have a lot of them. But I wanted them to look rebellious, and I don't know, it's a personal thing, but I feel like tattoos maybe be a little bit rebellious. I like tattoos. I wouldn't have one myself, but I do think they represent, you know, creativity and maybe a little bit of rebellion too. I have no idea, just my opinion personally. So this was going to be their little sister, and then I decided, no, I don't like the idea of that. I would prefer them to have like a baby brother, I think. I didn't create the baby brother first, I actually created the grandma first. She was looking really weird at this point. She looked like a vampire tourist. She ends up with this really cute hairstyle. This is my favourite hairstyle at the moment. I don't know, I just love the way that it looks. I like the texture of it, and it was one of the favourite things, or one of my favourite things that came with the bowling stuff pack. I often really like hairstyles that wouldn't look good on me. How strange is that? So I wanted the grandmother to look very caring and sort of nurturing, and that's why she's got an apron on, and she's supposed to look like she bakes a lot and things like that. And I would imagine maybe she does, maybe she has to, because she's got 3 boys to look after. It's pretty crazy. But I also wanted it to look a little bit worn out, as horrible as that sounds. So some of the outfits are supposed to be a bit dressed down, a bit mismatched. She wasn't supposed to be the most stylish grandma we've ever seen. She's just supposed to be an average kind of grandma that maybe doesn't have as much time as she would like to care about fashion and stuff, because she's got to look out for her grandsons, because the mum won't do it. So yeah, going on to the last outfit, which was swimwear. I hate dressing Sims in swimwear. What is that all about? Seriously, I have no idea. I think it's so unnecessary. Like, as well, how many times do Sims swim? Well, personally, I don't tend to make my Sims go in the swim pool. So there we go. This was the mum. I hated creating her because I didn't like her before I made her, but it was also quite fun at the same time to imagine what the mum would look like, you know? As horrible as this is again, I did want her to look quite worn out, maybe like she'd been partying too hard, that kind of look to her. And she is supposed to look very provocative. Is that the word? I don't know. But I think the majority of you will know what I mean. She ended up with the afro hairstyle, and I thought that looked really cool bleached blonde, because it kind of looked like she'd bleached her hair too much and it had gone frizzy, if that makes sense. But I do really love the afro hairstyle. I am very sort of strict with my usage of that hairstyle, because I only use it for my favourite Sims, but she's not a favourite Sim. But just so you know, I don't use it a lot, but I love it. Like, I wish we had more afros and stuff, because obviously not about her, but creating other Sims, it's just an amazing hairstyle. So yeah, this is her little son here. So I can't remember what I named him. I'm not sure. But he ends up just wearing a little tracksuit. I don't know what kind of direction he's going to take when he's older. I'm not even sure if we'll see him when he's older. Maybe, depending on how the machinimas go with the sons and how that progresses, we may get to see him age up. Anyway, that is the end of the Creator Sim. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see your future ones. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.